What's up, guys? HTG Brian here, and we are back with more LEGO Indiana Jones. This is the Last Crusade, Chapter 4, Trouble in the Sky story. We're going to shoot for that true adventurer, but as you might guess, we're probably going to fall a little short of that. We're also going to get an achievement, no ticket, which is awesome. I love all of these achievements being these classic one-liners in the movie. It's awesome. In fact, Harrison Ford's probably best line in the movie is, "No ticket," right after he throws Buddy out the plane. On that note, let's go ahead and jump into a cutscene. All right. So to start things off, we're going to go ahead and take out all of these guys here, which is going to make Buddy in the all black gear flip the lever and jump up top to kind of a safe zone. But he thinks he's safe, but he ain't. We're going to go ahead and jump on this table on the far left side and continue to grab and yeet these bottles over at him. Now, it is kind of a funny angle, as we like to say around here, but you definitely want to make sure that the blue arrow markers are hovering above him. Now, the guys that run up close and down low left, those guys could be problematic. I recommend trying to take them out. As you can see here, it does take me a couple extra bottles worth to toss at him, but eventually once we get that meter depleted down to 2 hearts, he jumps out and comes out for the final. And here's the part right here where we throw him out the window, and Harrison looks at the rest of the crew and says, "No ticket." Love it. All right, so as you might have noticed, we opted to talk over this cutscene and kind of explain what's going on. As you know, we're going to go ahead and hop into a plane to get out of here. But old Indy, he is not so good at flying, and Pops is not so good at shooting. If you guys remember in the movie, Pops ends up shooting the tail, and they go down in a major heap. Now, oh, there it goes right there, just as promised. Now, as we go to the ground, we're going to actually have to take out multiple spots of the plane, but it's a little tricky. We're going to start with the tail, give it the old pow right in the kissa, and then the right wing. That should, as we continue to punch it, it should give us the motor from the plane to go ahead and build up on this base plate. Once it's all good to go, it should give us a nice boost up and over this fence, which now allows us to go ahead and stand on the Indy pad and whip it good, which will allow us to go ahead and rip down that ladder and get up on this roof here where we're going to have some clock access. Now we're going to smash the clock down, rebuild it up. I'm not sure if there's a significance for the time there. I figure there probably is, but I wasn't exactly sure what that meant. Now, I got a little confused for a second here. I forgot to pull this down, so use your whip one more time to pull down the way out of here. And that'll give us access with this gear that we got from the clock to go ahead and take over to the far right side where this gate needs a little more parts here. That's right, a little more parts. If that makes any sense. All right, we'll go ahead and keep on with the keeping on, grabbing as many studs as we can along the way, but ultimately we're just trying to go ahead and advance through this area. Now, we will be back, as promised, for that free play, where we're going to get all of those mini kits and such, but not today. Go ahead and smash the old outhouse door open there and reveal a base plate with the shovel you find. We're going to grab this bluesy and a couple others back there, twosie. Now, we get some bad guys showing up here, and this is where I start to die a lot. That's right, like a lot. We'll go ahead and get on that newfound base plate and jump up there with either character. Now, this is kind of a crazy moment right here. You have to act fast. You have to jump off of that high-rise, I guess it's some sort of a platform, and jump quickly, or it will collapse and you'll be forced to rebuild it, jump up there again, and try to rinse and repeat. All right, again, we're just moving through the area as quickly as possible. There are bombs coming from the sky, so we're trying to get by those and of course, avoid all of the bad guys. Collecting studs as we go, too. Some more guys parachute in and take me down immediately. I think I die like 72 times in this level, but that's all right, though. Now, we got this vehicle over here. We need to do some fixing, but before we can do that, we need to completely put it back together, which I forgot a piece, so I'll get to that in a minute. But there are also 3 tractors, 3 red, blue tractors that you need to smash and grab the bits left behind and take them over to this newly found. I don't know, it's like a push button. I don't think I've ever seen a scenario like this. Maybe in Lego Batman we saw some, I don't know. it's just a weird, you're like building a switch out of old lawnmower parts. And eventually what we're going to do is stand on that switch. It's going to allow us to power up that generator. And that generator will raise the roof and get us up on that ledge, which actually has access to the wrench, which we will need to fix the car. So it's a lot of like, do this to get to that, to get to this, to get to that, to get to this, and then do that. So here we go. We've officially put all 3 pieces on there. We jumped on the old generator, which gave us the ladder to get up top here. And booyakashow, we got the wrench we need. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I actually forgot the steering wheel. It's a pretty important part of the car, and it's just sitting right below to the left of where the car is parked. Now, I try to fix the car with my wrench, and I'm like, why is it not working? Maybe I picked up the wrench with Pops. Nope, I got it. So I run back and I'm like, wait a minute, it's not up there either. As it turns out, Indy does actually have it, but because I have not smashed this crate in the bottom left and applied the steering wheel to it, it's not allowing me to use the wrench to fix it because it's technically not ready to be fixed. There we go. Boom, bang, boom. We got it. All right, go ahead and hop in that bad boy and try not to drive her off the cliff. Try not to drive her off the cliff. I recommend taking out the bad guys as they just prevent more hurdles and problems for us. I managed to not drive off the cliff. We'll go ahead and follow the road all the way down until we get to a bridge, which we're going to have to jump out, use Indy to get across with his whip. That's right, whip it good. Go ahead and smash this pallet and rebuild the bridge with the leftover bricks. Hop back in the car and make your way across, smashing through that gate and getting on out of here into a cutscene. I always love Lego's take on all of the things that happen in the movie. Now, as you guys might remember, there was some explosions. A pilot crashes the plane into the tunnel and actually passes them as they're driving through it and then blows up at the end. It's just interesting to see how they create a more family-friendly type of scenario, but still get the point across and have fun with it. Speaking of getting the point across and having fun with it, this was another moment that actually was pretty comical. Although you don't have to find 3 sets of birds in the movie, you only find 1. It is funny how Popsa scares them all off and actually causes one of the pilots some turmoil based on these birds, and I love how they made that part of the game. Like, I've been telling my wife, like, this has been so much fun for me because I've watched these movies many times over the years, and now I'm finally getting to play them, and just how Lego does such a great job, just hands down some of the best stuff out there. So anyways, you guys can see pretty simple stuff here. You got to make your way up and across these handhelds. I avoided a mini kit because we'll be back in that free play. And of course, we found that second flock of birds, or flock of seagulls. Wasn't that a famous band from the 80s? I can't even name a song if it was. I'm pretty sure it was, though. Anyways, some of the old timers will probably make a comment down below. Be like, yeah, you're right, Brian. It's my favorite band. No, I'm just kidding. Maybe they will. We'll see. Back down on the beach, though, we're going to go ahead and find a shovel. That's right on the beach, man. And we're going to make our way back to where we came from. And there's actually a treasure chest that we're going to dig up here and give it the old smackaroo. Inside, we find the key that we need to spin to win. This will actually change this weird... I don't know what that is. Apparently, it's like a portable ladder, but only every other step works. I'm not sure what's going on there. Regardless, we got up and over, which was quite a task, to be honest with you. And once we get over here, we got to jump up into this old crashed pirate ship and all the way up the rope, but not before grabbing those bluesies. Now, here's the fun factor. There is 2 purples up there, which I highly recommend trying to get. As you can see, I am struggling miserably. Now, you probably could get the vine swinging left and right and then yeet yourself up on there. But I find that it was worth it to get all the way to the top, even though I look like a complete maroon. That's right. Let's see here. I think we get it this time. Turn around. Nailed it! First try! Ha ha ha! We jump out there, we cue the birds, and off to the final cutscene we go! Achievement unlocked. No ticket. Free play unlock. That's right. We got pretty close to that true adventure, but not quite. We're over that 600K now, which is going to come in handy real soon, I promise you. Guess what? That is going to do it for LEGO Indiana Jones: The Last Crusade, Chapter 4, Trouble in the Sky story. Hopefully you guys found this video fun, entertaining, and maybe a wee bit helpful. Don't forget to check us out on social media and HappyThumbsGaming.com. Of course, we do have an achievement guide written for this up right now if you guys want to check that out. It's always a good thing to kind of print out and check off as you go. As for me, though, that's going to do it for now. As always, until next time.